Guys, this is enough. We really need Konami to stop printing more cards that make Snake Eyes even more tier 0 than they already are. In the new Rage in the new Rage of the Abyss set that's coming out in, I believe, October for us, it's gonna get crazy because I don't know if you guys have heard, Azumina is going to shake up the meta even more. Let's get right into it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Pack back here again. And before we continue with the rest of the video, don't forget to go to tixfilm.com and use Pack10 for 10% off. You can enjoy some of the best sleeves and playmats that Supreme Pro has to offer. Use Pack10 and get 10% off. Enjoy the rest of the video. See ya.
Alright guys, so Azumina has come to collect. So in Rage of the Abyss, we're finally going to get a new archetype that's going to, you know, shake up the meta even more than it already has been. So we're going to react to a bunch of these cards that are getting announced. And yeah, let's see what they have. So first off, we're going to be looking at Azumina Rhea Sylvia. So this says what, right? So it says any damage that Azumina monsters do is inflicted, is doubled. And then whenever your opponent activates a card effect, you can tribute this card and negates the effect. So already printing out an Omni Negate in this new archetype is going to be quite scary. And then whenever this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add a Sinful Swallow trap from your deck to your hand. Okay. Then we have Azumina Mu Lugacia or Lucia Lago. I cannot pronounce this name at all. But whenever it's fusion summoned, you can add a Azumina or Sinful Spoil card from your deck to your hand. So, guys, original Sinful Spoils, right? Monsters opponent controls is from your attack and defense. And whenever this destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add a spell directly from your deck to your hand. Then you have Azumina Soul Erisictron. So this card is basically whenever it's fusion summoned, you can target a card on the field and send it to the grave. And during each standby, you can target an Azumina or Sinful Spell card in your grave to add it back to your hand. Okay, not as strong as the other two. Like this one getting original is really strong, and this one being Omni Negate is pretty strong. So far so good. And then they're getting Azumina more Regina. So you can target an illusion monster in your grave, special summon it, and then when a Sinful Spoil or Azumina card or effect is activated, you can target 2 cards on the field to destroy them. So, okay, so these fusion monsters, right, require illusion plus fiends, or illusion plus light spellcaster. So, and then what's the last one? This one requires illusion plus light spellcaster. So these are requirements to make these cards. However, of course, guys, these are not just simple fusion summoning mechanics. We're going to see some crazy card that actually kind of cheats these cards out, almost like instant fusions. So there's a card called Sacred Azumina, and this card says reveal an Azumina fusion monster in your extra deck and send a Sinful Spoil card from your hand or deck or hand or field to the grave for every 4 level it has. If those cards are set, reveal them. Then special summon the revealed monster. This is treated as a fusion summon. Yeah, this is insane. And if this card is in your grave, you can target one Azumina monster you control on your graveyard, shuffle in the deck, and you add this card back to your hand. So this card allows you to basically cheat out the fusion monsters. To special summon the revealed monster, okay? During the main phase, you can reveal an Azumina fusion monster in your extra deck and send 1 Sinful Spoil card from your hand and or field to the grave for every 4 levels it has. If those cards are set, reveal them, and then special summon the revealed monster. This also counts as a fusion summon. And then this is really broken because this can reborn back any Azumina monster in your grave. Because these are fusion summoned, that means they're properly summoned, which means you can bring them back. This one, for example, after you use the negate, you can easily use the spell to reborn it. So basically, you have a continuous loop on the Omni Negate, which is really strong. And we know how good these type of Omni Negates are, especially Omni Negates that tribute themselves for cost, right? So they dodge cards like Droplets, Chalice, right? Like, so they have to preemptively Droplets or preemptively Chalice these cards, which is like really insane. Let's see. So there's also a trap that can be added. So you reveal an Azumina fusion monster in your extra deck, and you shuffle 1 Sinful Spoil card from your grave under banishment to deck for every 4 level it has. Special summon the revealed monster. This is treated as a fusion summon. So you can summon the one that like can send a card on the field to the grave, sure. And then this one allows you to reset back and Sinful Spoil's 12 traps. Okay. You tribute 1 monster from your hand or field. Add an Azumina card from your deck to your hand. If a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard, you can turn Azumina monster. You can make your opponent lose 1,500 life points, and you wow. Why is there a time condition in this card? Okay. And then during the end phase, if this card's in your graveyard because it was sent there from the spawn trap zone this turn, you can set it. That's pretty cool because if you activate this and get Ogre, the third effect allows you to reset it, so you have guaranteed follow-up for like the other turns. So the fact that this card recurs itself is like really, really strong. So like even though like if this card gets outed, it doesn't matter. Like so if they like if they activate like Lightning Storm or anything like that, like this card honestly being able to like set itself back for continuous follow-up loops is just absolutely insane. So I think there's also something called Sinful Spoils Offenders. Let's see. So what does this one do? This one says your opponent's special summons a monster from the deck and or extra deck, and you control a Diabell monster card. Target one monster they control shuffle into the deck. It's not that good, I think, but it is a Sinful Spoil card, I guess. And during the damage of your Diabell monster battles an opponent's monster, you manage to shuffle from your grave. That opponent's monster attack becomes halves until the end of this turn. All right, seems kind of fine. But now let's take a look at like what happened in the OCG, right? So this is the metagame report from July of 2024, right? And this is basically with the new product release of Rage of the Abyss. Obviously, you guys see that Snake Eyes is still the best deck, of course, so no one's surprised. And in the OCG, keep in mind, you have cards like Snake Eye Ash at 1, Wanted is at 1, Bonfire's at 2, right? And this deck is still absolutely insane. And you can see that they play this Azamina engine. And they also play the new Fiendsmith card to basically do what they were doing before. And you can see that this list, I think, doesn't play this sorry, but you can definitely fit it in if you like. And of course, they're also doing some Scythe Lock right here. They play the Sinful Spoils, the Trap. And of course, they have the new Chummy as well in this set. So this set is going to be absolutely crazy. So I think the metagame is already like seeing an example like this deck is getting way stronger. And so I'm kind of concerned because you guys know that the balance is coming at the end of August, right? So how are they going to hit Snake Eyes to make it so that it actually has an impact? Because as of right now, you see that like limiting Snake Eyes, limited Wanted, that is not enough. I think like we're going to definitely have to like hope that Flammers gets hit. We have to hope that like maybe Wanted gets banned almost, to be honest, and then or maybe Original gets banned, like one of the two. But I don't think Original will get hit because the new Azamina cards support Original being search. So what I want to actually do is I actually want to showcase a combo, guys, that showcases. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Pat here. Before we continue with the rest of the video, don't forget to consider subscribing to the Classroom. This is where I'll be posting exclusive content, exclusive deck profiles, combos, tips, and of course also offering coaching services within Medify. So if you guys are interested in looking to elevate your game, look no further than the Classroom below. Click on the description box below for further information, and I hope to see you in there. Enjoy. The new Azamina cards are going to be utilized in the Snake Eye deck going forward, right? So this is a one-card combo, guys, with Sinful Spoil, Deception. This is going to be the 3-of spell that you should be playing in your deck. Remember, I told you guys already, this card is really good because not only is it a starter, but it's also a way to win in time with life points. The second, I hate when they have these effects that gives you life points in time. It's so ridiculous. And then, of course, the third effect is going to be whenever it's like in the graveyard, because it was sent there from the Sun Trap card to turn, you can reset it back, right? So even if they do out your whole entire board, the fact that this card comes back is ridiculous. So the only way you can really like make sure they don't have follow up is to like SP this, but then you have to SP the Sinful Spoil Deception, but then you also have to SP like the original. What's really cool about the Sinful Spoil Deception is if you guys look at the title, it's a Sinful Spoils card, which means the Witch can set this, Poplar can search this, right? So it's gonna be absolutely crazy. So let's see the combo. We're gonna activate Sinful Spoil Deception. We're gonna add a copy of Sacred Azamina to our hand. We're gonna activate the effect of Azamina to reveal the Mu Rulago from our extra deck, right? And then we're able to send a Sinful Spoil card from a hand or field to the grave for every 4 levels the revealed monster has, right? So now we're gonna send 1, and then basically this is treated as a fusion summon, which is really crazy, okay? And now you're gonna make this card. This card basically says, with this card is fusion summon, you can add a Sinful Spoil card from your deck to your hand. So you're able to add the Wanted Secret of the Sinful Spoils to your hand. So even though they have Wanted at 1, you can still add it off of this, which is absolutely crazy in my opinion. And And this card also says if this card is in the graveyard, you can target one other Azumina monster you control in your graveyard. You shuffle it to your deck and you add this card back to your hand. So it basically recurs back your fusion monsters and it puts this back in the deck. And then Deception will reset itself every single turn. So basically have a continuous loop pretty much, right? So then you're gonna activate Wanted to get the Witch to your hand. You're able to activate the Wanted actually to put back the Deception back into your deck to draw another card. If you need another card to discard from your hand, if you want, keep in mind you can just also keep it in the graveyard to set it back that turn. But yeah, then you're able to set Original, use those two to make Moon, and then you can trigger the effects of the Sacred Azumina. You can basically add this card back to your hand by shuffling back the Azumina for free. But you have to know really quickly that Azumina is actually not once per turn. The only effect of once per turn of this card is the fact that it can shuffle back. You can like shuffle back into a fusion like an Azumina monster to add it back to your hand. So that's the only part of the effect that is once per turn. But this card is basically like a free instant fusion. So you're able to sack the Original, and then you're able to now summon Azumina Rhea Silvera. And now you can then activate Original to shuffle back the Witch to get you access to Sengai Ash. Keep in mind, this card is an Omni Negate, so now you're able to insulate yourself from any sort of interaction from one like Nibiru or anything like that, which is really, really nice. And now you're able to go make the Fiendsmith Requiem, summon Lacrima, the Scarlet Sorrow, which is the new Life Fiend in the deck. And this card is able to summon any Fiendsmith monster, even though it doesn't have Fiendsmith in the name. Is always treated as a Fiendsmith card. This card should also be coming out in Rage of the Abyss, right? So you can already see that like the Moon and like the Requiem, it's gonna get even stronger. This card is really neat because this card allows you to send the Engraver to the deck. And now from this spot on, you can then shuffle back the Moon, bring back the Engraver, and then here you make Sequentia. You can activate Sequentia effect, use Lacrima, basically use all of them to make Dios RA, which is another form of interaction. So you already put up like an Omni Negate, and then this one is also a quick effect, Hot Red. What's really crazy is that Silvera is very similar to like the Phantom of Yubel. So it's like if your opponent tries to like nib imperm you, they have to like imperm and then nib, which is like really, really disgusting in my opinion. But now you have to, go Ash, Poplar effect. You can add the Divine Temple. You can then sack for Oak. Oak effect is gonna be able to bring back the Ash. Use the Oak to sack the Poplar to summon Flamberge. Use these two to make IP Masquerena. Flamberge bring back 2. Make Promethean bring back Flamberge. Equip Sequentia to the Sare. And then you can negate your own Promethean, make an Appaloosa for 3 now instead of 2, which was what we were doing before. The Appaloosa is also made with IP Masquerena, which protects it from Ghost Ogre, really, really important, right? And then we can, scale back the IP. So now we have Appaloosa for 3. There's a 1-card combo, Disarray to negate. We have Flamberge for IP into SP. We have Rhea Silvera, which is an Omni Negate for anything. And yeah, that's our board. And then next turn, we can go Azumina. Put back the Silvera, add the Azumina back to our hand, right? We can then use the Poplar to search an Original if we play multiple, and then use the Sacred Acronym to sack the Original to basically get access to more Azumina cards. And like you can really easily see that like even though we have a 15 card extra deck, the new kind of like direction that Yu-Gi-Oh is heading in is that we're recurring our extra deck like a lot. Like, what I'm saying? Like we're just recurring our extra deck through multiple combo lines, and a lot of these are like built-in recursion. So I think literally guys, is gonna still continue to be tier 0 because it's one of the few decks that can generate like this amount of advantage, and like the fact that it works really well with Snake cards because Sinful Swell's Original, it's a card that can like get access to the Snake engine is like insanely absurd in my opinion. So obviously if Wanted goes to 1, then like you have to be very careful about like using Wanted to recycle back Original and all that good stuff, but overall this is like crazy because you could easily play multiple Originals, right? But yeah, I think this is absolutely insane. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm gonna be theory crafting this deck as well as all like the secret goo, like the hidden text about how to make this deck as insanely as strong as possible. If you guys are interested, don't forget to join the classroom, which is a Patreon slash coaching services I have in the description box below. Here I will be showcasing all of the strategies, all the tips, all the tricks, and of course like all the behind the scenes of testing in order to build the best decks possible for upcoming YCSs. So if you guys are interested in being a part of that, definitely join the classroom. And of course, if you have any sort of other content you want me to react to, you can also use that platform as a Reddit thread almost to kind of like post and paste like anything you want me to react to as well. But of course, thank you guys if you watch it all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.